Hi students, I'm Mrs. Sumal Hamsi from Amdouh Saydam Secondary School. I will complete today what we have said about emergency, and I will complete part 2 for period 1, unit 4 for 10th grade. Now let's start. Today we will talk about fire, and we have many words that can connected with this word. Fire station, as you see in this picture, يعني محطة إطفاء. And the second word is fire engine, سيارة الإطفاء. And we have schedule, yes, جدول العمل, okay? We have today two firefighters, two examples to talk about it. Let's see the two successful firefighters. Please, my students, open your books, page 47. We have two pictures for two successful firefighters. The first one is Dan Fellini. He is in this picture. He's from Ontario Fire Service. Also, we have Carol Rober. He is from London Fire Service. As you see, we will see his work and listen to him. Please see the third slide. Here we have Dan Fellini.
Yeah.
Now listen to the audio. Dan Fellini from Ontario Fire Service.
Activity 3. Dan Fellini, Ontario Fire Service. Many people think firefighters just relax between emergencies. But it isn't like that. We have a full schedule from the minute we start work at 8 a.m. First, we check the fire engines and all our equipment. We must be sure that everything is in working condition. Faulty equipment costs lives. Our own working condition is just as important. We train to keep fit, of course, but we also learn new skills all the time. Things like first aid, fire protection systems, and IT. Then there's the training we do together. We train to become an efficient, flexible team that can do the job and keep each other safe in different, often dangerous situations. We have to be ready for anything. Then, of course, anything happens. We stop all our practicing and preparing and race to deal with the real thing, the next emergency call.
And now we will talk about Dan Fellini, as you see and as you listen in the last slide. Dan Fellini from Ontario Fire Service. What does he do every day? As you see in the picture, he starts work at 8 o'clock a.m. and he checks the fire engines and equipment. After that, he has training. In the training, he trains to become an efficient, flexible. Also, he can do the job and keep each other safe in dangerous situation. Also, he has to be ready for everything. Here in the picture, they are training here. Now, the last thing, if anything happens, we mean if there are an emergency or anything dangerous, they stop all practicing and preparing to deal with the real thing, the next emergency call. Now we have an exercise. Please write down Fellini's work schedule. As you see, we have many pictures. These pictures talk about what does Dan Fellini do every day. As you see, the first space we have start work at 8 o'clock. But we need to fill the spaces for Dan Fellini. So let's do this exercise. I will wait you, then I will give you the answer. Very good. At 8:15, he checked the fire engine, as you see. At 9 o'clock, as you see, he checked the equipment. At 9:45, as you see, he do exercise. At 10:30, as you see, he is learning new skills. At 12, he train, as you see in the picture. But 1 o'clock, they have lunch here in the last picture. And now we have Carol Rober from London Fire Service. He is a very successful firefighter and he has many hours of works. So let's listen to his work every day.
Carol Roper, London Fire Service.
We do many different things in this amazing job. Here's just one 12-hour day. 1:30 p.m. The police call us to a road accident. There's no fire, but a driver is caught inside her car. We free her with our special cutting equipment. Then the paramedics take over. 3:30 p.m. There's training back at the fire station. Today, it's how to deal with dangerous chemicals. Even the older officers are there. In this job, training never ends. 7 p.m. We're giving a talk to the local scouts. Part of our job is to teach people about fire safety, to stop future fires from happening. 10:30 p.m. We go to a house fire. The firefighters already there need help. My partner and I put on our safety equipment and move into the thick black smoke to attack the flames. 12 a.m. Finally, we win. We're dirty and exhausted, but very, very pleased.
And now, my students, we have a question. Decide whether these sentences are true or false. We will ask about Carol and Dan Fellaini. Number 1. Both Carol and Dan are firefighters. Is it true or false? Yes, very good. It's true. Number 2. Firefighters just relax between emergencies. هنا يقول أن رجال الإطفاء فقط يرتاحون ما بين الطوارئ، ولكن هل هذا صحيح أم خاطئ؟ Very good, it's false because they always training and do many things as we see in the video. Number 3. Dan checks the fire engines and all equipment at the end of the day. That's false. At the beginning of the day, they check fire engines and all equipment. 4. At 3:30 p.m., Carol gives a talk to local scouts. No, that's false. Because at 7 p.m., Carol gives a talk to the local scouts. Number 5. When anything happens, they don't stop practicing and preparing. No, they stop practicing and preparing, so it's false. Thank you, my students, for your listening, and goodbye.